Assalamualaikum and good morning to my lecturer and my fellow friend. Today our group would like to presentation about our survey. I as a leader group 1, Azamuddin bin Azman, 23 DIB 20F1028, and my friend.
My name is Muhammad Hazid bin Rosli. My matric number is 23 DIB 20F1024.
My name is Muhammad Adam bin Kamran Azman. Matric number is 23DIB 20F1030.
My name is Ahmad Afif bin Sharozi. My matric number is 23DIB 20F1018.
My name is Muhammad Suhaimi bin Lili Razali. Matric number 23DIB 20F1027.
Our survey about Covid-19. Problem statement. Covid-19 is the disease caused by SARS-CoV-2. The coronavirus is emerged in December 2019. Covid-19 can be severe and have caused millions of deaths around the world as well as lasting health problems in some who have survived the illness. The coronavirus can be spread from person to person. It is diagnosed with a test.
Alright. Next for my part is an article from newspaper about COVID-19. Okay, first we can see COVID-19 pandemic was significant surge in tech investment. Second, the article show companies at risk if neglect human rights issue. Alright, and the last, the content is medical group website list COVID-19 advice and SOP. Next is objective. Alright, for our group, our objective is to identify which group are susceptible to COVID-19 as well as appropriate action to prevent. Next, we want to identify the quarantine period and side effect after taking a vaccine. And last, to identify whether someone care about personal finance during a pandemic.
Next, I will continue with methodology. This is how our group collect the data based on the graph that we will present today from our title, that is COVID-19. First, we make a question in Google Form and distribute it to the students. From that, we get 42 responses by students from various departments. The questionnaires consists of one section, which are section 1. The question consists of multiple choice and fill in the blank based on their opinion. After that, the data was analyzed using Microsoft Excel to make a graph. After that, we could see the pie chart show the people that affected by COVID-19. From the database, orange color refer to participant has been affected by COVID-19 and green color is not been affected. From the data collected, most participant has been affected by COVID-19. For your information, 57% is the percentage for the participant has been affected and the percentage for participant that not been affected is 47%. In addition, more than half participant has been affected by COVID-19. The pie chart shows the most group affected with COVID-19. From the database, all person is the green color, teenagers is orange color, and children is black color. As we can see from this pie chart, all person is the most group that affected by COVID-19, while teenager is the group that have a low percentage. This means that teenager is the group that have a low effect by COVID-19. We can also look at the pie chart that children is a group that not affected by COVID-19. The graph bar shows the sector that causes COVID-19 spread between food sector, manufacturing sector and agriculture sector. From the data collected, we could see that manufacturing sector is the most sector that can spread the COVID-19 among the people. The manufacturing sector get the highest choice by participants with total 32 respondents. After that, the food sector is the lowest choice with total 4 respondents. In addition, it means that the food sector is a low causes for COVID-19 to spread among the people, while agriculture sector which is responded that choose it. That's all for me. We will go to the next presenter. Thank you.
Based on the pie chart, here we can see 88%, that is a total of 36 people answer take 2 doses of vaccine. This is because that is the only way to reduce the viral infection. Although many have got 2 doses, but still many more are infected. There is also 7% that 3 people have chosen to take 5 doses of vaccine. This is because most people who can get 2 doses of the vaccine are still infected with this virus. This proves that 2 doses of the vaccine are no longer effective. There were 3% who choose to fast and 2% who choose to post status. Still proves they have their own way. Based on this pie chart, show the majority were quarantined after know they were positive for COVID-19 by 70%, as much as 50% also post status and 6% also sleep. This shows that Malaysians are less concerned about the issue of COVID-19. The latter, as many as 4% of people exercise. This is because people does not concerned about COVID-19. Based on this information, 52% of COVID-19 positive people experience symptoms, but 48% show no symptoms. This will result is many not know that they themselves have been infected with this virus. To take the first step, we need to do a COVID test every time we go to a crowded place. My suggestion is also an application to find out the positive rate of COVID-19 around our area.
Welcome back to my part. Alright, my part for the graph is one of the about quarantine. Alright, first my question is, have you been a quarantine? And on our survey have 41 participate, and the people have quarantine is 28 participant, and 13 participant are not have been quarantined. Alright, next slide for my graph and question is day of self-quarantine during infect COVID-19. Alright, there are three options. First, more than 14 days. Second, exactly 40 days. And lastly, less than 14 days. Alright, the graph show the participant who was self-quarantine in less than 14 days, which is 24 participants from 41 participants in our survey. And the lowest one is 6 participants, which is they are more than 40 days in quarantine during COVID-19. Alright, last for my question is venue during quarantine period. Alright, for this graph show the highest in participate is quarantine at home, and the lowest survey is 0, which is they are not quarantined in hospital.
This is my graph about symptoms after vaccinated. Okay. The pie chart summarizes the fraction of the total number symptom of people after vaccinated among students. As we can see at the chart, there are 5 categories of symptoms, which is fever, headache, body weight, arm pain, and no symptom. Then, most of them have symptom rather than none. Therefore, the symptom of fever is more drastic than others. So, look at the graph. As you can see, the red color is the fever, which is that have 43% students get the fever after vaccinated, and 20% student get headache. After that, 50% student feel sleepy or the body becomes weak. Next, 13% student feel arm pain, and last, only 8% have no symptoms after vaccinated. Type of vaccine among students. This bar graph summarizes the fraction of the type of vaccine among students. So, as we can see at the graph, there are 3 types of vaccine was taken among students, which is first Sinovac, Pfizer, and AstraZeneca. So, look at the type of Sinovac. There is 20 students take the Sinovac, and then 18 students already taken the Pfizer vaccine, and last, there is 4 students have taken the AstraZeneca vaccine. So, the conclusion is most of the students have taken the type of Sinovac than other type of vaccine. Okay, last, this is the last pie chart from me, that we have asked the question based on student opinion. The question is the vaccine suitable for all age? So, as we can see at the data of pie chart, there were 72% of students who agreed, while another 28% students disagree. Thank you.
Okay, this graph about the personal financial situation in COVID-19 outbreak. As we see, the x-axis of this graph show the society opinion about personal financial situation in COVID-19 outbreak. For the y-axis about the percentage of frequency. Okay, from the data, orange color refer to very concerned, color green refer to sometimes, color white refer to concerned a bit, and color brown refer to not concerned at all. It can clearly be seen that the orange graph of 40% is the highest, indicating the community very concerned about their personal financial situation, and the lower in this graph is not concerned at all. This graph about the thing that cause the most stress about personal finance. The orange graph refer to increase in price of goods. Dark green refer to paying utilities like internet, electricity, and water. Mint green refer to paying rent or housing loss. Yellow graph refer to income reduction, and last white graph refer to not affected by COVID. A total of 16 students makes up the highest portion. Only 12% of the 42 students who responded were not impressed by COVID-19. Moreover, income reduction was the second highest part of the graph, with as many as 31% of 42 students. In addition, those who responded to paying for utilities were 1/3 from the graph. And lastly, no one responded to pay a home or loan or rent. This graph shows student feelings about their personal financial situation in the future. The orange part refer to not concerned at all, the dark green part refer to concerned a bit, the mint green part refer to sometimes, and the yellow part refer to very concerned. The largest part of this graph is very concerned, reaching 34% out of 42 participants. And the second highest is concerned a bit, which as much as 27% of 42 participants, which makes up 1/3 of this graph is sometimes as much as 19% responding. And the least is that quarter of this graph is only 8%. Respondent is not concerned at all. Thank you.
Next is conclusion. From the study, it was found that the elderly are more susceptible to infection than other groups. In addition, the best measure to prevent COVID-19 outbreak is to take 2 doses of vaccine injection. Also, the quarantine period is 14 days if we are the suspect COVID-19, and the majority who take the vaccine will definitely get side effect, among which most are favored. Furthermore, the study also shows that the majority of students concerned about their personal finances.
Recommendation. COVID-19 is a global pandemic. This may be related to the genetics of the virus, the characteristic of the vulnerable population, the behavior of the population, and the country's response to the crisis. Malaysia has a large population and limited resources to meet the growing challenges of responding to the crisis. However, with good cooperation between government agencies and the public, the country managed to overcome the first 2 waves of the epidemic. The best way to prevent and delay transmission is to be well informed about the disease and how the virus spreads. First, protect yourself and others from infection by keeping a distance of at least 1 meter from others. Next, wearing a properly fitted mask. And then, washing hands frequently or using alcohol-based swabs. Okay, last, get vaccinated when it's your turn and follow local guidelines. Last, reference. We have give the link of Google form and article so you can check at this reference.